Well, Quebec is the only place left in Canada where there is a mask mandate, although some schools still implement it. In the United States, New York, which was one of the most oppressive lockdownist jurisdictions, mandates are gone pretty much everywhere except for in New York City. Apparently the science is different there. Now, the new mayor there, Eric Adams, said that yesterday, April 4th, would be the end of the mask mandates. Well, he has caved in on that to the pro-mask lockdownists and insisted that especially young kids, almost toddlers, have to wear masks. I think it's a form of child abuse myself. Well, so did one mom who accosted the mayor yesterday. I'll let you take a look at that, and I'll let you know what happened to her afterwards. Take a look. This is Daniela Jampel, a lawyer in the city.
This morning, I walked into the mayor's press conference at 11 a.m. as a private citizen to ask him why he decided to renege on his promise to unmask our toddlers. 3 weeks ago, some parents confronted him at a bar on St. Patrick's Day, and he said, "Trust me, they'll be unmasked." And then 10 days ago, he announced that on April 4th, they would be unmasked. And then on Friday, at the 11th hour, he told us, actually, no, they will not be. So I am a private citizen. He is my mayor. He works for us. And I think I deserve to hold him accountable. You know, it's really hard. I had very high hopes for this mayor. I thought he'd be a moderate. I thought he'd govern accordingly. And for him to keep children aged 2 to 4 masked, and I really want to point out here that nowhere else is this very few places is this happening. It's not happening in Westchester. It's not happening on Long Island. And if he thinks that the science means that these children have to be masked, then by all means he should share that with other places, because they deserve to know too. But there is no science that requires our children aged 2 to 4 to mask. He knows that. That's why he's not talking about it. I don't know why they're doing this, but it's really unfair to our toddlers.
Well, I think she makes a good case, a case that millions of moms and dads and kids around the country and the continent have made too. She emphasized that she was there in her capacity as a private person. Indeed, I understand she's on an extended maternity leave with the blessing of her employer, who granted her that extended leave just 2 months ago. She was there, like I say, off-duty private person asking questions of her own mayor, except for there's one wrinkle. I mentioned that Daniela is a lawyer. She is indeed. She works for the city. And apparently the mayor was so enraged by being challenged by this mom that Daniela Jampel was fired by the city in less than an hour after she dared to ask His Royal Highness about the April 4th mask ban, which did not come to pass. We're joined now via Skype from Washington, D.C. by Jenin Younes, a staff lawyer at the new Civil Liberties Alliance. Jenin, great to see you again. We've talked to you before about your lawsuits on behalf of people who got COVID, recovered naturally, had natural immunity, and yet were forced by institutions to take the vaccine. So you've done a lot of civil liberties work on this issue. What do you make of the case of Daniela Jampel?
Well, it's very despicable what happened to her. And actually, to clarify, the city is only requiring 2 to 4-year-olds to wear masks because they're the unvaccinated population. So adults and children of any other age actually don't have to wear masks. Another lawyer actually won an injunction against the toddler mask mandate on Friday, and the mayor immediately appealed that. So that day, the appellate division issued a stay. So basically what that meant is that the appeals court invalidated the lower court's decision, at least pending appeal. So the kids still have to be masked. So that's why, the mayor is being confronted over this. And Daniela, it is a wrinkle that she's an employee of the city, but she was confronting the mayor in her personal capacity as a mother. She has young children. She has children at the age that have to be masked. So she was expressing her concern as a mother. I watched the video of her confronting the mayor. She didn't do anything out of line. She was perfectly calm. She was not insulting. She didn't yell. She didn't scream, or she was in no way threatening. The other aspect of this is that they claimed that she lied and said that she was pressed in order to get in. First of all, I spoke to some people who were there, and that wasn't the case. Anybody could just walk in. You didn't have to be pressed. Also, Daniela has an active Twitter account where she's been criticizing the mayor and others for these policies. So in a way, she is pressed. So that, in my opinion, is not a valid reason. That has nothing to do with anything.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.